My name is Lexi Scatena. I'm a journalism and Spanish student here at the University of Nevada, Reno, and I am a singer-songwriter. I've been singing since I was 2. My mom says that's how I learned how to talk, but actually singing probably 10 years. I knew I wanted to pursue music as a career when I was 9 and watching Hannah Montana. I didn't really start pursuing it until last year when I fully believed that I could. I kept it a secret, but I knew it was always something I wanted to do. I wouldn't say I am a self-taught singer because I definitely have had help along the way. I did vocal lessons when I was in 8th grade. I stopped for different reasons. So since then, I just kind of taught myself. I'm completely 100% independent, no manager or anything, a team of 1. I create the cover art, all the graphics. I created my own website. I worked on strategic planning on how to do releases. I do my own booking for shows. It's cool because the J schools actually taught me a lot of the skills that I am using in my career per se. So it's been really cool to tie the two together for sure. It's definitely very difficult to balance school and singing. I have definitely had to compromise one for the other. It's difficult because with school I don't have the time that I would like to really practice for shows because shows are 3 hours long, and for me I have to really practice and be prepared for it to go well, but then I have to give up some of the time for school.
Lexi Scatena lived in the Bay Area prior to moving to Reno to attend the university. Although the Bay Area is far larger than Reno, she recognizes the benefits of chasing her dreams in a smaller city that appreciates local art and music.
I feel like if I was still in the Bay, I wouldn't have started this, to be honest with you, because the Bay is so big and it's really tricky to find places that have live music because there aren't very many. And here, a lot of bars and restaurants and coffee shops really want to have local musicians. So it definitely has actually helped me more so than being a disadvantage.
Lexi's first live performance in Reno was at the Holland Project during her freshman year of college. Since her performance, Lexi has performed in various settings, which consequently led to finding her voice. I
would describe my sound as contemporary R&B and pop. Songwriting for me, I have to be in the moment. Some songs I have one verse written from 5 months ago and I haven't gotten back to it. Some songs it takes me an hour to write. I'll just be at my guitar, my keyboard, just coming up with a melody, and then I'll just be spitting out my feelings or something, and it'll just naturally come together. But I definitely feel for me the songwriting process can definitely be tedious because I put a lot of pressure on myself.
Oh, place romantics to find you and me, passionately in love with intimacy.
I do have a lot of doubts in myself that I have to fill. The hardest part, I would say, is I watch and am friends with a lot of people who are in higher levels of the industry than I am. I'm very confused on how they got there. So seeing where they're at and kind of trying to mimic it and not having the same success is very difficult. It's very difficult not to get ahead of yourself. Okay, all these people are doing all of this, that means I have to, but then I remind myself, okay, I literally just started doing this as a profession, I guess, 6 months ago. Then I had a DJ from Sweden reach out to me and he's like, hey, I have this song called Savior that I'd love to have you sing on. And so I listened to it and the lyrics resonated with me so much because ironically the song was kind of a message to me saying, okay, don't stress over it, it'll be fine. He featured me on it and it was my first experience being on a single that kind of did pretty well. It was featured on the radio in Reno, which was really cool. It got 15,000 streams on Spotify and it opened more doors for me.